Okay, whenever you will get the requirement, you need to equally split it. How you will do that? Okay, so as a part of a partitioning, so whatever the input range will be there, no? So we'll make it valid and invalid, which is required, which is not required. And so here, classify, divide, partition. So these are the 3 points. So these 3 points will be considered as a equivalence partitioning. Classify means what is the range they given. So how we need to divide. And that means once if we divided, it will be a partition. It will be a group. Okay. So like whatever the input that we are taking, so we'll equally distribute it. Let's take the example. So name, so it will allows only the small letter characters. So that is a equivalence partitioning. Okay. So here in this, it should allow only small letters. Okay. So I can allow the capital letters here.
No, man.
I can allow the numbers.
No.
I can allow the special characters.
No. No, man.
Okay. Now we'll see. So equivalence class tool, it is a valid. Okay. If you allow to give the small letters, it will be allowed. If you give caps, it is invalid. If you give special characters, it is invalid. Okay. And similarly, if you give the numbers, let's take to the another example of numbers. Okay. So the input is 1 to 10 is valid. Again, 20 to 30 is valid. Okay. So now here, what is a valid numbers? 1 to 10 and 20 to 30. So like whatever it is less than 0, it is a invalid, right? Again 1 to 10 is a valid, right? 10 to 20
Invalid.
is invalid. Okay. So next, like 11, right? So up to 10, it is valid. Now the next number is 10, 11. So 11 to 19 is invalid because 20 to 30 is considered as a valid, right? So 20 to 30 is a valid number. So whatever the number, so we need to make it a valid or invalid. It's clear, right? So like this, we are making a equivalence partitioning. So whenever you have such ranges, so you need to do some part of testing. Okay, because some sensors, it will work 1 to 10, and after that it will work on 20 to 30. So how you will do the testing? How many test cases you will write? You will write 1 to 10 cases, and 10 to 20 10 cases, and 20 to 30 10 cases. You will write 30? No, you should not do like that. So you need to check only the boundaries of equivalence. Like you need to partially divide and you need to do the testing. It's clear, right? This is the equivalence partitioning. In interviews, if they ask you about this, you need to give one example like this. It will be good. So how you are differentiating the requirement. It's clear for you all?
Yes.
The interviews, definitely they will ask you on this testing techniques. Okay.
Yes.
And next, coming to the boundary value analysis. Boundary means like there will be some limitation. Okay, so until that limitation, we need to it will be valid. Once the limited cross, it will be invalid. Okay, so within the boundary, there will be some value. After the boundary, it will have some value. There will be some kind of a margin. So how this is differentiated is minimum and maximum. Minimum is will verify minimum plus 1 and minimum minus 1. And similarly, maximum plus 1 and maximum minus 1. So like that, we'll make the boundaries. Okay, so what it is? Boundary value analysis based on the boundary between the partitioning. So partition, see, like if you see, there will be the partitioning we made, no, minimum minus 1 and minimum plus 1. Similarly, maximum plus 1 and maximum minus 1. So this is the partition we made for the boundaries. And what it is, Like we are covering the minimum side and maximum side parallelly. This is within, means whatever minimum and maximum, you'll see some values. No, this is inside, and similarly you'll see the outside, minimum -1 and maximum +1. This is the outside. So okay, so whatever your typical values you need to cover, that will be within the within this minimum maximum, you are covering the typical values, and error values are the minimum -1 and maximum -1 are the error values that we are covering. Okay, so this is the boundary value. This is an example. If you say, so here I need to allow only the numbers 15 to 55. Okay, I need to do the testing for 15 to 55. So what is the minimum value here?
15.
50.
What is the maximum value?
55.
55.
What is the maximum +1?
55.
56.
56.
So let's take it. So if I give 16, it is a pass, right?
Yeah. Positive scenario.
Okay. So if I give 15,
Yeah. Positive scenario.
Yes.
if I give 14,
Negative scenario.
yes, it will be the file. Okay. So if it is allowed, 54.
Yes. Zero.
Okay. So why I given 14? If 14 is given, no, it will be filed. If it should not allow 14. That is an error. Okay. Similar in the box. And here, if I give again 55,
Yeah.
it is pass. And Rajesh, if I give 56, what will happen? It is a pass or file?
Negative.
Negative.
Maximum +1 is positive.
Okay. So maximum, whenever the range is only up to 50 to 15 to 55 only. Okay. You need to give within that values only. You cannot give behind the values. Less than 14, 13 are not allowed in the box. And similarly, 56, 57 are not allowed in the box. Okay. It will allow only with the 15 and 55. Right? So you don't want to write test cases for 15, 14 up to 55. You don't want to do. Just you will write 1, 2, 3, 6 test cases and you will cover it. That's it. Clear, right? This is the boundary value analysis. Okay.
Okay.
Next is decision table. So decision table is like you have the Gmail, no? Gmail and password. Just consider this as an example. Okay, so you need to do the testing. How you will do this? Did you do, like, if you forget, you have a Gmail and password. You forget the password. What you will do?
Forgot password.
Forget. There is an option. If there is no forget password option, what you will do? You try to give some password, whichever you are going to remember it, right?
Yes.
So whatever the password you are trying, that is a false, right? So here also we need to verify, because if your Gmail is correct and password you entered wrong, okay, same your Gmail, I am able to access it. If I give the your ID, I am able to enter into account. You should not do, right?
No.
We should be always secure. So whenever the application or the product, when they are giving, no, so it should be verified with all conditions. Okay. So the conditions to be like whatever the two inputs, if you say, the two input should be verified with all points. Okay. So how we are doing the decision table? So there will follow some conditions and some rules with the inputs. Okay. So how we are doing that? We consider this a true and false mechanism and take that condition. So here I told, like, we have the conditions and rule. So the conditions and rule we have. Now what is the cases? Cases is the case 1. Case 1 and case 2. Okay, these are the inputs, username, password, and output. So true and false, and true and false, and error and home. Okay, so rule 1, I will give the false username. Okay, next I will give the false password. I am able to enter it.
No.
No.
No, man.
So similarly, I will give the true username. I will give the wrong password. I am able to enter, Rajesh.
No.
Okay. Rule 3 now. False. Next is true. You are able to enter.
No.
Why we given wrong correct password, right? Why we are not entering?
We are giving wrong username.
Okay. Similarly, like I am giving true username, true password. I am able to enter.
Yes.
Yes, we are entering the home. So like this, we need to ensure that your Gmail account, you can log in with valid Gmail and password. So like this is a decision, like decision table, we say. This is a table and we are making our inputs will be verified in all conditions. Okay. So like this, we are doing the testing. This is a decision table. And state transition. So state transition is like if one condition is not working properly, I need to move to the other transaction, like state transitions, like moving off one state to another state. Okay, so here state means the one which need to be there are the like which it is trying. Okay, so trying means like if you see you are going to the ATM and you inserted the card, that is the first step you will do. After inserting the card, what will be the action it will take? It will ask you the whether you need to withdraw the cash or you need to check the balance. So that is a one state. That is a one page. So the page is nothing but the state. So again, what is the action? You are making the changes, like you need to do the cash withdraw. You move to cash withdraw, how much amount you need to enter. So that is a transition. So when movement, it is a part of a movement, transition from one state to another state. So next, you enter the amount. Next, what is the step? You need to withdraw the money, right? If it is a valid, you withdraw the money. If you give the incorrect, you cannot withdraw the money. So event is that whether what operation you should do, what exactly you are doing, it will be the event. So event is like the action. I can say it is an action. So action, what is the action? How this will be the final end? So action is it happened, like it is an error or it is incorrect. So that is the outer present. So that will be the final result, we can say. Okay, this example for this, just we start and we start entering the first trial. So if it is a correct pin, you are able to access the account. If it is incorrect, what you will do, you will go give the second trial. Again, if it is a correct, you are able to access it. If it is incorrect, again you have the third option. Again, what will happen is, if it is a correct, we are able to access the account. If it is incorrect, then card will be blocked, right? So that is a output, like how that whatever the input we are giving, how the state is transferring from one point to the another point. What is the action? What is the action it took? Whether it is incorrect or correct. If it is incorrect, what is the point it made? Whether it is blocked, and if it is correct, it able to access it. So this is the actions and events that will be considered as a state transition. Okay, so in interviews, if they ask you, you should not give this kind of examples. Like if if in detail they will ask you, you can give state transition is you need to say it is a test sequence that events will happen in the application under. So whatever the first head point will be there, no, so that you need to give it. Okay. So once the class, I will share you this recording. So then you can write it down. Okay. So the first point you need to give. Okay. So, and here the second point. If the example they ask you, you can give this example. And coming to the table, so you can give this first two points. Okay. So next is a boundary value analysis. Yeah, these are fine. Boundary value equivalence partitions are fine with the examples and definitions. You can give that. And next is the error guessing. So error guessing is mainly depends upon the experience, I can say. Okay, so this is a software testing technique based on the guessing the error, which what will impact. So because of the experience, they can analyze the problematic. So if you are making this error, how the system will file and how the application will crash. So something with the experience, they will tell you on the error guessing. Okay, so when you if you say the example of the Gmail, you are given the Gmail, correct? Okay, so in between username, okay, so in between username there is a two space. Okay, when you give the space, it is taking the character. You are not entering your Gmail ID perfect correctly. You are given some arrow, if you say Hari @gmail.com. Okay, you need to give this input, but instead of that, in your username you given three spaces and then you given Hari @gmail.com. Actually it should not work. Okay, it should be always empty because your Gmail is correct, but there is a space. It should not allow. If it is allowing, then it will be create a problem. It is also one kind of a bug. Okay, so that is what error guessing. Error guessing will see how the space you are giving, whether it is a capital letters or small letters, or not English letters, not English you are giving in Telugu or some other languages you are giving. So those will be a part of a error guessing where it will be considered only some valid information. So that will be identified by the error guessing. Okay, depends upon the experience. Okay, so now coming to the software testing life cycle. Okay, so for software testing life cycle, uh, we need to follow the requirement analysis. Okay, so requirement analysis, test planning, test case development, environmental test execution, test closure. So these are the 6 phases. Okay, so now before going this software testing life cycle, where this testing life cycle will come and where we are doing the testing, so that we need to understand. So in the software development cycle, if you say this is the company whenever the project company, if I say the company or organization, so they will work for the project. So whenever they will work on the project, they will follow the SDLC. Okay, means they need to develop the software. They need to develop the software. How the software they are doing and how they are doing the testing, how they are designing and how they are doing the testing. So finally, how they are giving to the customers. So this will be part of a software development life cycle. So how they are doing? First is it is a systematic process. Okay, to develop the software means they will follow some system. Okay, so mostly this is done by the SDLC software process is followed by the software industries only. So where they will design, where they will develop, where they will do the testing. So it is all part of a software SDLC that will be done by the testers. And next is main SDLC aims is produce a high quality software. So whatever when once they will follow doing the process of SDLC, so they were giving the high quality software because to meet the customer requirements. Okay, and that will reach the good competition within the time and cost estimated. So whenever they do the software development cycle, they will come to know whether I can complete in 2 days or 3 days, and how many times, what is the cost. All this will be decided within the process of the software development life cycle. And so how whatever they're designing and maintaining the software also considered as a part of the software development life cycle. So including it is a maintaining. So maintaining of the software is also one of the software development life cycle phase only. Clear, right? We need to like even the softwares are continuously maintained. So even our mobile softwares, no, every time it will be released. One time it releases means they will maintain for 4 years or 3 years. So until that, they will trying to give the security things, and they will try to give the uh, software features. They will update continuously. They will keep on updating the softwares. Okay, that will be maintained. If any bug is getting, any failure is getting, any problem is occurred in the software, immediately they will going to fix it. So that is what, like whatever our mobile softwares will be completely updated and maintained for 3-4 years. So we'll have a continuous updates. So after 4-5 years, our mobile software mobiles will work. Okay, but the thing is, whatever the software it is there, they will they are saying that okay, our software is stable for 3 years and 4 years. Now they can use for lifetime. Yeah, we can use it for lifetime, whatever the softwares till the date they implement it. Okay, so until there's some expire date of the software. So again, if some other hackers or some other identity hackers or some ethical hacking, some kind of where they will identify the code and they will try to enter into the our software, no, that will be a problem. Like, so what the companies they will do, they will keep on update the software on daily basis, and some hacking or to make secure from the external peoples. So that's what they will do the maintenance always. They will be continuous developing with the respect to the software development life cycle. So what is the ISO standard is, because even the software development life cycle have the ISO standard of 112207. This is a ISO standard. Okay, because it have a standard, we should, whenever you are following the process, you should follow the process of ISO standard only. So how we are following? So first is the requirement gathering. So what that requirement we call? So it is a customer requirement specification. Okay, so customer CRS, we call the short as a CRS or BRD. So you can say as a CRS, customer requirement specification. If it is related to business, something you need to work on business, it is a business requirement document. So generally ours, whatever we consider for our testing of the software or a new implementation of the software, it will be the customer requirement specification. So here we are gathering the requirement. Okay, so once you got the requirement, what you will do? Okay, you will analyze it. So analyze is nothing but what is the purpose of the requirement, how you need to do the testing, whether it is related to the hardware or whether it is related to the software we need to implement, whether it is high level or low level implementation. Such kind of analysis that will be done by the developers. Okay, that is the analyzing of the requirements. Generally, who will do no? So here they will. It is related to the software SRS. We say SRS is software requirement specification. This is very important terms. Okay, software requirement specification. So what it contains is, it contains all the product requirement. Okay, and whatever they need to design, and develop for the project. So that will be part of the soft requirement. Okay, so that requirement they will analyze it. Okay, what the product will do, how it will work, how it need to work. So what is the operation it should do. So that will be a part of the requirement analysis. Still now you are clear on requirement analysis. Next, coming to the design, because you analyze the requirement now you need to analyze it. So after analyzing, what you need to do, you need to design. Okay, once if I do the start, then it move to the operation of the sensor, then it will work like that. You analyzed, and now you are making some flow chart kind of thing. So that is a design. So in the design, who will do this? So the architect of the software product to be developed means they will follow the design of high level design and low level design. So high level design is they will come up with a what is a start and sensor. This is a high level design. So low level design is they will think, okay, what is a start? Okay, whether it is a switch or a single switch or two switches. So that will be low level, and they will come to the sensor. Okay, it's related to the temperature sensor or the pressure sensor. What type of sensor it will be? Like it will be low level design where they will do the design phase of understanding the high level and low level designs. And next is the coding and development. So because now they made the switch, okay, switch one is there. When you press, the temperature should work. Okay, what is the temperature? Okay, now I need to give the implementation of the coding level. Okay, if switch is equal to 1, it means whenever the switch is on, now the temperature should on. So like that, you need to make some programming. So that is a code level development. Okay, so once the code level development, here, any freshers or experienced, anyone can be involved who have a knowledge on the code level. Okay, so that they're going to do the coding and development. Development is some implementation of the code level. So next is the testing. So testing is so now developers made the code. I need to check, so I will give the switch. I will turn on the switch. Okay, my switch is on. Whether the temperature is on, like that, you will do the testing. If it is I on, but it is not working, then it is a bug, right? So that is like we'll do the testing of the testing phase and deployment and management. Yeah, if this is on, temperature is on, off means temperature is off. Okay, then it is working fine. Then we are deploying and we are maintaining the software. That is the final phase. Okay, so now customer will take the product in the software development life cycle. It's clear for you all how the software development life cycle phase will be happening in the IT industries towards the working of the software. I'm going fast or slow, or it's fine. I need your response. Rajesh? Anil? It's clear for you all? You are sleeping?
Yes, sir. No.
Okay. It's clear, right?
It's fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Then. Okay, then. So like this, these are the 6 steps, okay? So that we usually do the software testing in the companies. Okay, so now like this software development life cycle, no, they made different changes. Okay, like spring, spiral, V model, and some waterfall model like that. Okay, so they come up with a different. Right? There will be one there will be standard, but they will keep on updating the standards. Okay, you should follow like this. If you do this, you will get a better result. So like that, the first phase is waterfall model, and the V model, and spiral model, and agile model. Like this, the models are came. Okay, they made that. There are other models are evolved, but these are the majorly available models. But now the IT industries mostly they will follow the agile. In agile model, the method they will use is a V model method. Okay, so what is a V stands for? It is a verification and validation. Okay, so what is verification and what is a validation? So what they are doing, so this verification and validation is just we are checking the testing the software in documentation side and testings of the codes level. Both phases will do this. Okay, so why this V model came is, so previously we have a waterfall and spiral model, all those. Okay, so to overcome that waterfall model, we came up with the V model. Okay, and moreover, what is verification is, so we are verifying the documents before software is not ready. This is a important points you need to explain in interview. Okay, so what is a verification? So verification is verifying the documents before software is ready. Like that, you need to explain. So how we are doing? So the system design done before software development and check we are doing correctly or not. Because I told like first phase will the documentation. So once this documentation is clear, then we'll do the coding. Okay, right. So whatever if here it is a wrong is there, document it wrong, then the code also wrong, right? So then there is a waste of time, no? So to whatever the wrong code. So what we need to do, so whenever the design, like during the document or design process only, they will check the all documents or requirements are clear, not in the verification mode only. And it is a static testing. We can say it is a static testing. Verification is a static testing. This is also very important point. So what is this? It is a process to check the correctness and completeness of the document which prepare to develop the project. Okay, you need to give this in point and this point during the interview. Okay, so after this, you can write down in clearly in the notes the view model and these points. Okay. Next is validation. So validation is testing the code after software is ready. So this is before software ready. This is after the software ready. We are doing the validation. Next, what we are testing is performed after the software integration and product is ready, just check or not. We need to see, right, whether the software is developed, okay, and it is tested. And we need to deliver it. Before delivering the software, we are doing the validation. Okay, before implementation of the software, we are doing the verification. With respect to the documentations, we are doing the verification. It's clear for you. And validation is a dynamic testing. This is a static testing. This is a dynamic testing. So it is a process of testing the software each and every stage. While executing, we will validate the application to know whether it giving expected output or not. Okay, so this is very important underline. Okay, so this document which prepared to develop the project, this is we are checking the product to know whether it giving the expected output or not. So this is a part of a validation. So I can say this verification and validation is very important for you all. You can see it again. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. We can discuss. Is it clear for you all? What is verification and validation?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good. I will ask you, what is verification? What is validation? So you need to give me the sentence. Okay, verification is like verifying the documents before the software is ready or not. So just short. If we expecting something, then it is a process to check the correctness and completeness of the document which prefer to develop the product. So in definition point, you need to give this. If it is a normal point, you need to like experience based, so you need to give this information. And what is validation? Testing the code after software is ready. And top level, you need to give this point. If he is expecting like a definition point, you need to highlight this. Validation is it is a process of testing the software each and every stage. While executing, we validate the application whether it is met the expected output or not. So just these are the points. Okay, so you need to understand this point. Whenever the interviewer asks, you need to give this. Okay, so now we'll understand. Okay, because how the view model structure it came and how the validation is separated and verification is separated. We'll understand. Okay, so this is the extension of the software development cycle. It is a family of software development life cycle only. Okay, so first phase will always go with the requirement, right? Whatever the documents we need to be considered as the requirement, that is the requirement specification. Okay, so next is functional specification. We say functional specification. And next is high level design. Next is low level design. And next is coding. So this is this part, like off we completed. So for you, it will be the left side. So left side of the V model is verification. Now, okay. So right side. Now going to the right side. So it will be the unit testing, and next will be the integration testing, and next is the system testing, and next is the acceptance testing. So now the V shape we got. Okay. Now what happens is whatever the specific, like this is the customer given one requirement. Customer also will do testing, no? So like he will turn on the light switch, light is working or not. So like this he will do. That is a acceptance testing. Customer should accept it. So how will do what I given requirement, how your system is working, how the software you implemented, so that and all he will do it on top level. So that is acceptance testing. So when he need to do testing, how he will do? Okay, so there will be the process. So that process is they will design the test case, and they will means whatever like a plan. Okay, whatever their test case design will be there, no? So that they will consider like which software version they are doing, which hardware they are using, which on what layers they implemented. So all those will be the plan is like it have all detailed information. Going forward you will understand what is the test plan and what are the details it will be considered. Okay, so like it will be part of the acceptance test design. Next is they will system design test case. Like you need to see, right? We will give the input, and as a part of a engineer, you will give the input and you will verify the output. So that is a system test case design. So you will write the test case as per the design, and you will do the testing. So that is a functional specification. Based upon the functional specification, you are writing the test cases. Next is integration testing. So integrators is the integration of the complete modules, I can say. So the whatever, like if you say here, here they are making the code. Okay, so the system level they can say high level, like A plus B plus C. I need to get 5. Okay, so what unit level they will do? A plus B, they will make it separate again. Okay, so like this the person is if you say other guy will take as a B. Okay, so that is a complete, and now AB development do by the X person, and C plus D will be done by the Y person. So now they made a code of XY in the coding, and unit level what they will do, they will separately they will do the testing A plus B. Okay, and C plus B again they will do separately the testing of X and testing of Y. Now this they need to integrate it again. So they integrate. So what is XY plus is A plus B plus C plus D. They will integrate it. Okay, so whatever they are giving the input, they will do as a part of a system testing, and they will do the acceptance testing. What is the requirement they given, how they are working. So that will be done by the system level testing. Okay, and similarly unit testing, they will design the test case and they will do the testing of unit level. Suppose in the document they like what document level they made, like you need to give the submit button. So here if you see there is a wrong information. Okay, so that they will verify, they need to verify from the documentation side whatever the implementation they are doing, it is correct or not. Okay, and here if you click the button it won't work. You in verification side you are clicking the button, here you made correct, but you are seeing that submit is button is clear. Why it is not working? Because in the program level you made the E, and you are now you are changing I. It won't work. right? So that's how the documentation side, whatever you are giving the information, it should be valid and verified. Then it will work with respect to the system level, the code side, it will work. Okay, so it's clear, right, for you all? Okay, so verification side, they will check the document and correcting the spelling mistakes. All those will be verified from the verification side. So this is the verification. Okay, and this is the validation. It's clear for you all. So what is validation is? Validation is checks what we are developing is the right product or not. What is the verification is? We are checking the design document and correcting the spelling mistakes or not. So whatever the previous definition is there, now you can go through that definition. This is a V model. Okay, so the V model, initially we have the customer requirement specification. Like in the software development, we have the same like this. And we have the SRS, software requirement specification. So what we are doing here, doing the requirement analysis. Okay, so what under the requirement analysis we'll do, we'll verify with the functionality, what is the function, how we need to, that requirement analysis we'll do, and high level design, low level design, coding, unit testing, integration testing, system testing, acceptance testing. So this you need to correct it when you are writing. So this is a requirement analysis, like that you can write it. Okay, this is a high level keyword, so we cannot make it. So you can write like requirement analysis. Okay, next is testing of the individual components and testing the grouping, just integrating, and we are checking the functionality, and this is a final testing. So that's how the V model we are doing in the software, well, like we are verifying the software. It's clear for you all? Okay,